Hello and welcome to Let Me Be Your Game Guide, a podcast that spends each episode delving into a mystical new video game, exploring its terms and challenges, and helping you decide if it should be next on your list. I'm your host, Emma.
This is Rylan.
Wow, this is Shawn.
Join us for this week's rating episode as we escape reality and enter the metaphysical. For the remainder of this episode, let me be your game guide.
Do you want me to do a normal one?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, I thought that was great.
Okay, it's Kung Fu themed this time. So
That was good.
yeah, me and Emma talked yesterday that we were going to get gis for all of us to wear while we did this episode, but we didn't do it.
Yeah, well, because I'm pretty sure that Hayden does have some gis in his store, but I forgot to ask about it.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, anyone listening who didn't read the title of this episode, we are talking about Sifu.
Yeah,
today.
Sifu. Yeah.
Sifu.
Sifu. Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that.
I guess we can dive right into it if you guys are ready to go.
This game is the exact opposite of what we played last time.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the opposite of Mutazione.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Shawn, this was your pick.
It was my
correct?
pick, yeah.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about it? Then I'll plug the podcast and
Sure.
get going.
Yeah, that sounds good. So Sifu is a karate action game in a sense. Very much like Arkham Asylum fighting style a little bit, but very advanced. Like, there's different button combinations that you have to remember and different things that you have to do. But yeah, you're trying to avenge the death of your master and
your father.
And your father, yeah. And while you're doing that, there's some things that happen in the game, which we'll talk about later. But really, it's a story about revenge, action, punching, martial arts.
It's badass.
It is badass. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Pretty challenging. I will say that also. But
Unless you play on easy like me.
I switched to easy, so I'll talk about the differences a little bit when we get to that point. Yeah.
I meant to switch to the harder level, harder difficulty.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was having too much fun just kicking ass.
Yeah, when we get to maybe next week, we'll talk about the differences. Yeah.
I suffered.
I suffered till the very end, and then I was like, I'm just going to do this really quick and see how it is. So,
Yeah. Well, cool. Let me just plug the podcast real quick. Don't forget to give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/letmebeyourgg, where you can view episodes early as we post them sometime on Sunday, a couple days before the episode posts everywhere else. And that's for the free tier. Just sign up for free and you'll get those episodes early. If you want to sign up for our $1 tier, the Achievement Unlocked tier, you can get access to our Press Start series, which is basically me playing the first hour of the games that we're talking about on the podcast. So check that out. Rylan is in the ether talking and commenting on my gameplay, and it's super fun. I think at this point there's 4 of them. 4? Yeah.
I don't know.
I think we're 4.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, you can kind of get a taste of how I'm feeling within the first hour, and then you can see if that matches up with how this rating episode goes.
Cool.
So go check that out. You can find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG with no spaces. That's LetMeBeyourGG. We're on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Check out our Twitch. You can watch that Press Start series on Twitch. It's pretty sporadic when it happens, but if you follow us and then turn on notifications, it'll let you know when we're hopping on. And then every other Thursday, we do trailer reactions for the games that we're going to play in the future. So check that out. Those trailer reactions do get uploaded onto our YouTube afterwards, but the Press Start series just goes to our Patreon. So you can also find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide with no spaces. And you can email us at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. This is the best way to send in game requests. Just make sure to include game request in the subject line so it's easy for us to find. And that's it. You good?
I almost went, but that didn't.
You're going to have the Kung Fu,
it's
Kung
gonna be,
Fu
oh,
sound
yeah.
effects this whole...
The entire time.
Yeah. Well, and before we get too far into this, I just want to say this time last year, we were talking about Death's Door.
Oh, such a good game. If
Yes.
you have not
Good.
played that, please do it.
Go play
so
it.
Good.
At the very least, go listen to us talk about it. This is the
Yeah.
last of our bi-weekly episodes last year. So that episode has the rating and the discussion episode all
Wow.
in one,
Last
which is
one.
what we used to do. Yeah.
Can't wait till next time we record to find out what was after that.
Yeah.
It's
and
actually
I'll
kind of
tell
exciting
you.
because I forgot about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so check that out if you haven't done that already. But let's get into Sifu. I'm just going to talk about the game and the developers real quick.
Yeah.
Cool.
Before we rate it. You got a little spoiler-free description from Shawn. But Sifu was developed by Slow Clap and published by Slow Clap Kepler Interactive. It is available on PC, Mac, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and 5, and Xbox One and Series S and X. It was originally released February 8th, 2022, and you can get it for $39.99 when it's not on sale. Slow Clap was founded in 2015. They are an independent video game studio based in Paris, and they have one other game called Absolver. This is another martial arts-based game that was released in 2017.
Oh.
Addendum, they have another game too called Rematch.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When did
they
that one
do.
come out?
So
It just came out
it
recently.
came out earlier this year, but it's funky, okay?
Oh,
Because
okay.
if you go on the Steam page
Mm-hmm.
for Sifu and you click on Slow Clap as the developer, Absolver, their other game, is the only one that shows up.
Yeah.
If you go to the Rematch page,
Mm-hmm.
then you click on Slow Clap as the developer, then they have Sifu and Absolver. So it's like they have two.
How confusing.
Dude, okay, but it goes deeper.
Oh.
So if you go to Sifu like website or whatever, it says Slow Clap at the bottom. And if you click on that to go to the Slow Clap website, there's nothing about Rematch. But if you go to the Rematch website, if you go to the bottom, it says Slow Clap the same way.
What?
Weird.
It's super weird.
Yeah, like they
Interesting.
have
Well-
two developing accounts or something like
it's
that.
very funky, but from what I could glean from like things online, yes, it's the same company because a lot of people were, I guess, excited for them to do another like kung fu or action game, but they went with a soccer game instead.
Oh.
And so there was like a lot of discussion because Rematch is like a soccer PvP game. It's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like it's kind of like Rocket League.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
but
soccer.
interesting.
It looks really good.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
want to play it, but I guess sorry, I'm like taking us on a tangent here.
No, you're fine.
But I guess there was a large group of people that were bummed they weren't doing another like action kung fu action game because this
Yeah.
one was so cool. Sifu was, but other people were like, no, like let them have their own identity. Like they should keep making games they want to make and not just be like Call of Duty where they're
Yeah.
recycling stuff forever.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, from the look of Absolver, it does look very similar.
Mhm.
So that's cool that they branched out a little bit.
Yeah.
And thank you for that information. Because, yeah, I did not, I mean, I was just briefly kind of glancing to see what other stuff they had done.
Yeah.
I did not see that. So that's cool. They do have an accessibility report that we
Nice.
will link in the show notes. This team was huge-ish. And I didn't have any like,
Probably much bigger than some of our like single shop, 3-man shop. Yeah, I
Mhm.
feel like this is probably a little bit more.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised that the accessibility report exists. And I was kind of pedaling back because usually I'll give a couple names under the like about the developer, but there were just like so many people involved.
Sure.
Check out, we'll also link the credits in the show notes. So check that out. Check the accessibility report out if you need that. So always really nice when those things are readily available to us.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's about all I got. I'm just excited to get into rating this game and talking about it next week. Next week we'll go into more detail. That'll be our discussion episode. We'll
Yeah.
spoil some stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say me and Rylan discussed briefly the difference, but outside that, we've been pretty quiet. We've talked a little, but we've been pretty quiet about this one. So.
I think Emma and I have talked a little bit more.
Sure.
Yeah, there were times I think a day that you were at a different building or out. I think it was Tuesday that you were
Oh, I
out
was
and we
out.
went on a walk. And as we were talking about stuff, I was like, we need to save this for the podcast. Just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
we'll forget it by then. We'll just it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
We'll just rehash it. It's fun to talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
This game is fun and it's fun to talk about.
It is very
Yes.
fun and fun to talk about for
Yeah.
sure. So
So we're gonna move into our rating. Rylan, take it away.
And now what you've all been rating for.
Thank
Noise.
you. We we take into account general considerations such as length, challenge rating, and replayability. We also consider story and narrative topics, including plot, characters, and world building, presentation topics, including graphics and sound design and music, gameplay topics, including content variety and mechanics, and lastly, we consider the overall value of the game. So, let's start with length. First section, general considerations. How long did it take you guys to beat the game / how long have you played the game for?
Yeah, I didn't beat the game. I'm on a real run of not beating games, and I apologize severely.
It's okay.
It's
all good.
Yeah, time's hard. Well, and because we did a big event this weekend, so that took a lot of my time, and I brought all my stuff, but
Yeah. Oh,
no, it didn't.
No time for gaming, no time for sleeping.
No, yeah,
totally.
there wasn't any time for that. So yeah, but yeah, shout out to me and Rylan, particularly Rylan. We did the big Hood to Coast this weekend, and that
Yeah.
was a lot of fun.
Wait,
so,
why shout out particularly me, dude? You
you
ran more than I did.
No, because you came off an injury, like a bad injury,
Yeah.
and did
I had
awesome.
a bad injury, and then I didn't train afterwards. So
Hey, you did
I
great.
coulda- Yeah,
You did great.
you did great. I had the shady part. You were in the 100-degree triple digit run.
Well, I'm proud of both of you.
Thank
I
you.
was
Yeah.
sitting in my house in my air conditioning.
Yeah.
And I texted you both, I think on, was it Saturday or Friday? I think it was Saturday. I was like, hey, I hope you guys are still alive.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't have service for most of Saturday. so
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It must have been on Friday then. I can't
Yeah,
remember when I
I don't
texted
know.
you guys,
Yeah.
but
It was
yeah.
a good time. We probably had more fun than you, even though we were super hot and sweaty.
Yeah,
I-
it's so much fun, even though you just hate life. Like
Yeah.
things just suck. But
Every
you
time it's like, why am I here?
yeah,
Like, I'm
2
having a
o'clock in
great
the
time.
morning, we're like running. It's like, why am I doing this? But it's always
Yeah.
fun every year.
I re-
Humans are so weird.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
refuse to believe this.
Yeah. You
I
can
believe
join
that-
next year.
Ha, ha, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll think
Everybody,
about it.
if you join the Patreon, that means that you're supporting Emma for the run.
If we get 10 Patreon subscribers to the $1 tier, then I will do the walk.
That's easy. I could do that by myself.
Don't you dare.
If we do,
I'll know if you create accounts. Anyways.
anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to take that way
No,
off
that
the
was
rails,
okay.
but
you gotta get
Cut
the
that,
credit.
please.
yeah,
I'll put it all in.
Yeah,
No.
No, but yeah, so you guys ran Head to Coast. Super proud of you guys.
It was fun.
If we get 10 subscribers to the $1 tier Patreon, I will walk next year.
Cool.
That's
the
awesome.
thing.
That's awesome.
I think you'll have a really good time.
No one
Yeah.
signed up for our Patreon anymore. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Just kidding. Anyways, let's move on to. Wait, we never even talked about
No,
length.
we never even talked about
Holy
length.
shit!
So, sorry, I took this way off the rails, but I will say that I played for roughly 3.5, 4 hours. Not a super long time, but I played a little bit. So,
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. How far did you get? Like how many?
I'm almost done with the club. I have died multiple times.
Got it. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay.
So,
How about you, Rylan?
I did finish the game at about the 12-hour mark.
Nice.
And I've since played it almost 2 more hours.
Very cool.
pretty sweet.
I technically beat the game, and I think Rylan we're in the same boat of like we burned through all of the bosses and got to the final boss. But I played for 5.5 hours, and I just feel like I'm currently, and Rylan, I think you're doing the same. We're in the process of playing again. Are you
Playing more?
Completionist level.
I think that like the difficulties, the difference in the difficulties is a big difference in like the experience of it. Because I've played again, like I've played these levels so many times.
Yeah.
Like you said, you hadn't died. Like you haven't actually had a game over.
No, I
Like
never.
your whole playthrough.
Nope, I never died.
Insane to me.
I
insane.
never was older than like 45.
Golly.
To be honest, I think maybe I should have been playing on a harder.
Obviously, you're a kung fu badass.
Yes, on easy. But yeah, so I played for 5.5 hours, but I'm going for like the kind of the completionist, but there are alternate endings, I guess, and we'll talk about that more next week.
Yeah, we will.
So
Cool.
yeah, so technically like quote unquote beat the game, but there's more to do for sure.
Gosh, just the time difference alone, 12 hours and 5.5 hours, just describes
Just to beat,
Yeah.
yeah.
just to beat it describes the difficulty level in that.
It's
Yeah.
pretty insane.
Yeah.
Moving into challenge rating, now that we're talking about the difference in challenge rating.
Yeah.
I tried, even though I didn't play on the normal, I was kind of thinking how we should probably rate the challenge rating on like the normal, like what the normal
scale
would
Yeah.
be, or like the normal difficulty, not the easy one that I was playing on.
Sure.
Oh.
And there's an even harder difficulty too.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Sensei or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, no way.
Yeah. I would say that this is expert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get by button smashing on easy mode, but I will say, playing on easy, I felt like I was able to learn the moves and learn the blocking a lot faster than I would have if I was playing on the more difficult mode.
Yeah.
Just because I don't play a lot of these games.
Sure. Yeah. I will say from playing both, going down to the easier level made it a lot more fun, but in a different way. It was like, oh, I can actually like play this game now. Like it's not when I'm playing in I think it's Discipline or Disciple. Yeah. It's more like I'm grinding. This is hard. I really need to focus. When I jumped down, it was definitely significant where I felt like, oh, I'm actually good at this game now. Like I can really kick butt in this, which was fun.
Yeah.
I missed the grind, but I also enjoyed like actually getting to play and not just getting my ass kicked.
Yeah.
So, because that happened a lot.
Yeah.
So, and I think it just took time to learn because I was getting better. I just didn't have enough time to actually sit down and really get into it.
Yeah.
So,
And that's the thing, like with the Disciple difficulty, at least like for me, it was like, I did learn obviously because I progressed through the game, but it was like every new like level, because there's like 5 levels in the game basically. Every new one was like a whole nother grind of like getting good at it, like knowing which enemies I really need to respect and which rooms I can, you know, kind of like, oh, this is what I need to do when I go in this room, like grab this weapon, fight this guy first, like really learn it. And it was brutal. Like I said, I probably played through these levels like, I don't know, 20 times.
Wow.
Feels like.
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely played
The first 2 levels, at
a
least
bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to get
Interesting.
points so you could upgrade stuff. Yeah.
So important.
Yeah, my gameplay was a lot more relaxed,
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I was still like sweating. Like legitimately, I was a sweaty gamer. We talked about this during the Tunic episode.
I wrote that down. I wrote that down. Yeah.
This is a sweaty gamer game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hated Tunic because of how hard the combat was. I loved this game because of how hard the combat was. And I think this is just such a good example of like rewarding your players for hard combat. You get rewarded, it feels good, and you're actually like getting better. Whereas in Tunic, it was just hard and unpredictable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
definitely.
sure.
That's a great point though. Yeah.
Yeah, you are super rewarded for like getting good, knowing how to block, you know, how to do this combo.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, and
Yeah.
even like, which took me a while to figure out, but even once you die, like you can still like get upgrades so that way you can do better the next time. Like they try to boost you up even when you're down. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a really smart system too, because you do have to like grind a lot to get these, but you do get a reward out of that. Like,
Yeah. And we'll talk more about this in the mechanics
Yeah,
section. We'll
yeah.
maybe go into
Good point.
more of the mechanics of the game. But let's move into target audience. I already said that sweaty gamers.
Yeah.
sweaty gamers.
the sweatiest.
And I also give the ESRB rating here. I'll just say it. It's M for mature. Obviously, if
It's
you've
brutal.
played it. Yeah,
Yeah,
for-
it is pretty brutal. Some
Yeah.
of the moves. Yeah.
Yeah, there's blood, drug reference, language, strong language, and violence. So,
Yeah,
but-
this is not for the faint of heart, I think.
no.
Yeah, it's definitely way tilted towards people who are into action fighting games.
Yeah.
Even if you're like Capcom or what's the other one? Tekken. That one. Soul Calibur, like, because in the game there's still a lot of like button combinations that you need to remember. So if you're good at that, you'd probably like this game
Yeah,
too.
there's like button combos.
Yeah. Arkham Asylum, if you're into that. This has very
Yeah,
much
the smooth combat. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too. So yeah, I guess if you're into action games like that, then
Gosh.
this would be up your alley.
This is so far out of my like scope of games that I normally play. Everything you just said, Arkham Asylum is the only one that I've heard of. I
You've
don't
never heard of like Tekken?
No.
Like the fighting
Soul
game?
Calibur?
No. I've never.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes, I've heard of that one.
Okay.
Okay.
But you didn't say Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, sorry.
Street Fighter.
Yes.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
Sorry, you got the big
Capcom.
I have the big
That's what I was
ones.
thinking.
Yeah,
Capcom
like-
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, no, you don't need to apologize. It was really fun to play something that I literally never would have bought this or played it on my own. And my rating is, I'm surprised by what I'm going to rate this game, just given the content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good point too, to bring up those other titles that are like kind of in the fighting genre, because this is so different from that. Like those are games that I like the idea of. And like when I was a kid, it's fun to like, play Soul Calibur against your buddy and you both suck and it's whatever. But
Yeah.
those are never games that I'm going to like get good at.
Uh-huh.
Like the 1v1, like online multiplayer, whatever, like I'm never going to try that.
That was never my thing either.
Yeah. But this is like the same kind of like fighting, but it's in a against the game and
3D world.
There's like kind of a story that you're going through, the environments, so it totally gives you a different experience while still allowing you to like learn a character and kick ass. It's really fun
for sure. Yeah.
Cool. Let's move into the last section for our general considerations, and that's replayability. I think this game is very replayable.
I think it's intended to be replayable. I think the whole point is that it's so hard you have to replay it to get good.
Yeah.
And they do a great job of like, even though you do have to do that, it still feels good when like it sucks when you die or die. But it's good because like you're still growing from that and you're still learning from it. So it's like, I don't know, it doesn't feel bad when you die. You're like, oh, okay, I'm just going to keep going. And I'm going to get some new upgrades and then we're going to try it again. And so, yeah, I think it's fun and intended to be replayable for sure.
Yeah.
And they,
Go ahead.
and they also have the arenas. Did you play the arenas at all?
Yeah, I
Rylan?
did. Yeah, so I think you can do arenas from the get-go.
I can't remember.
I think so, because I selected it one time and it's like, oh, we recommend you finish the story first. And I was like, okay, I'll finish the story first.
Yeah.
But those are like extra challenge modes. Like they're just little levels you get dropped into and there's like a challenge to accomplish.
Yeah.
Fun.
They're pretty varied. And they're also really hard. They're like hard as shit. So
Oh.
I did some of them, but I didn't do that many, but they're hard. And basically you unlock like points while doing it. If you do certain, like depending on how well you do, you can earn like 0 to 3 points.
Yeah.
You spend those points to unlock more challenges.
Oh,
So-
That's
okay.
cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I thought it would be like, oh, you can unlock like special costumes or moves if you did that.
yes.
Like,
You can do that
Yeah.
too.
oh.
Yeah, so we'll talk about this a bunch more like next week, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really know if it's spoilers for the end. So like the goals.
No, I think you
Yeah.
can see that super early because you can at least see when I was looking at the clothing, because I was like all about changing my
Oh,
outfit.
yeah.
Yeah,
you
me
can
too.
see that the descriptions of the like outfits that are grayed out is that you have to achieve these goals.
Yeah.
So even though I didn't like have access to those yet, I knew they existed.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like
So
yeah, and I think it's kind of smart too, because like when this is all within replayability, I guess. Like when you like beat the story, there is goals that you unlock like for each level. A bunch of things like get so much high score this level. Beat these enemies like within this much time into the level. Beat the boss under this condition. Things like that. And then so there's goals for every level, and there's also global goals. And each goal, once you complete it, gives you so many like points, but then you can spend those points on different stuff like like outfits. I don't know if you spend points in outfits or that's the other
I
thing.
think you just get the outfit for achieving
Yeah.
the certain goals.
But you can unlock like modifiers, so you can like have like infinite health or like one hit and you're dead. Make it easier or harder. You can affect the enemies. You can do some weird stuff like make it low gravity mode.
What?
If you unlock it.
Whoa.
Yeah. You can also unlock like, so in the regular game before this, you unlock like different moves, different button combos that you can do.
Yeah.
And you can spend your points from the goals to change what those combos do. So instead of having like an up Y be like the like kick to the shin or whatever, you can make it up Y be a different unique move.
Kind of just remap your it's easier for you to do a certain
I think it's a completely
combo.
different thing that you haven't unlocked before.
Oh.
So I think it's kind of like a different loadout entirely.
That's cool.
And so the only thing that I purchased, I guess just since we're talking about this, is like there's a whole different like move set for like your basic attacks too. So I
Whoa.
purchased the agile style, which instead of going from like the style in the game is called Bak Mai Kung Fu. It's like the normal one. It's like street fighting. It's really aggressive. This one was a little bit more flowy, and so it definitely seemed like a little bit more choreographed, but it includes like those like jumping, like spinning double kicks and stuff.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
so sick.
Interesting. That's cool.
So that just changes up all your basic attacks, and then your like move combos are the same ones, but you could change those too. So
That's pretty cool.
you could really play the crap out of this game and
Yeah.
keep unlocking stuff and just having a different experience and
Yeah.
getting better and
Doing-
get your ass kicked.
Freaking helicopter kicks on people,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah, that's awesome.
It's sick.
That's cool. Yeah. So super replayable. It
Super
sounds like.
replayable, yeah.
And on that, and the replayability note too, I just want to say, like, for my experience to beat the game on the Disciple difficulty, I had to replay these levels over and over again,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still so much fun. It wasn't like, I mean, it was a slog because I'm like, man, I really got to grind this, but it's just so fun to beat face and get your face beaten. Like,
Yeah, for
this
sure.
game is just pure fun.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's move into story and narrative, and this marks the first numbered rating section. We rate things from 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, 5 being the best, and we're going to start with plot. This is a little tricky because I have some things to say about the plot, but I definitely cannot talk about it until next week because it's just huge spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
But I gave the plot a 5.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shoot.
But that's all I can say.
Well, I give it either like a 2 or a 3. It seemed pretty normal plot to me. Like, you know, you have your revenge. There's a little bit of a twist at the end, I think, but it's fine, I think, because I'm not really playing this game for the plot. I could be the bad guy and just beat face
Yeah.
for no reason. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Which I think is so cool about this game, like the flexibility of like
Yeah.
you can get really into the plot, because this is something that I loved about the game is there is like this underlying mystery of like what the hell is going on.
Mhm.
Like you actually, you know, there's this cutscene in the beginning that kind of lays the story out, but even that you're like, what
Yeah.
happened?
Like when
what
you're-
is happening?
Yeah.
When your master dies, is killed,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because that's how the game starts.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the revenge.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm a plot person, so I think that really escalated or elevated it for me. So yeah, I'm a 5.
I would probably, I'll be honest, I forgot half of what the plot is outside of the revenge story because I was in there strictly to kick face.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I'd say 3. Like, it
Sure.
was, from what I remember, it was good, but I don't recall the details and stuff. I was
Yeah.
all there about.
It doesn't really even pick up until like the 4th level anyways.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
I just seem like I'm fighting these people so I can get to that guy. That's really kind of the first couple levels is like that. you
Good
know?
Yeah.
enough reason for me.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good, dude. I got my reason. I'm going to kick that guy's butt.
Yeah.
Bam. Yeah.
Well, and I think part of my 5 rating is that you don't need the plot to enjoy the game.
Sure,
Like
yeah.
it's like it's there if you want it, but if you just want to kick ass,
Go for it.
kick away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do.
A lot
Yeah.
of kicking. Yeah.
Moving on to characters. What did you guys think about these characters? Most of the characters that we have are like the main bosses.
Uh-huh.
Those are the ones that we really get to know.
Yeah.
But I would even say like there are some mini bosses almost that you kind of get to know.
Yeah, some of the different enemies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that
Yeah.
they have personalities, but they have like fighting personalities.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think?
I think really, you know, like outside of their fighting personalities, for the most part, it's just basically like their character design
Mm-hmm.
that I have to judge it on. And I feel like it's, you know, a 3 or a 4. Like most of it's pretty standard, like, you know, guys and geese and, you know,
Street
street
clothes.
clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on which like mission you're on or like in a business suit or something. So nothing spectacular. The bosses were a little bit more fun. Some of them, I really liked the design of the second boss until you actually fight the boss when he does not wearing that outfit. I'm like, why? Why isn't he wearing his hat? Come
Yeah.
on. Come on,
So
Shawn.
lame.
Where's your hat?
Sorry. I left my hat at home today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and do we want to talk about the bosses' names? I don't think that's too much of a spoiler because that's right in the beginning
No,
too.
I don't remember all their names though.
Well,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you have
3 of them.
the botanist and is the first boss.
What's
Yeah.
his name though? He's got a name, isn't it?
Yeah, so you actually-
Farja?
Jafar. No,
Fajar?
hold on, I have it written down.
It's Fajar. Fajar.
Yes, yeah,
Fajar.
Fajar.
That was an ace reference, bro.
Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
God.
He's way too creepy to be my Faja.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would not call him daddy.
Oh,
no,
God.
way.
No.
Well, so yeah, he's the first boss you fight, and he's the botanist, and then we have Shawn, but spelled the stupid way. The
scene.
scene. Just kidding to all you scenes out there.
Yeah, sorry.
We have
scenes.
listeners that spell their name that way. I didn't mean to offend you. He's the fighter. Kuroki is the artist.
Kuroki.
Jin Fang is the CEO, and then we have our big boss
Yang.
Did you guys have a favorite bad guy?
Oh, number 4.
The
CEO?
Jen Fang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was sick as hell.
Yeah.
She's fighting you in heels.
Oh,
Dang.
she's like
That's impressive.
Badass.
Yeah.
all of these. I would like. I had so much weird respect for all of the bad guys, and I don't know if I'll just say I gave characters a 5
Oh, okay.
as
cool.
well.
Okay.
But again, I think I did a little bit more. I kind of dug into the plot a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then I also did, I hopped on Reddit because I was like, I need to hear what other people are saying about the plot. Because I know
Sure.
there's more. I'm
Oh, yeah.
still replaying, but as I'm replaying, I feel like I'm learning more.
Yeah, I haven't got all the collectibles yet or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I just thought there's like so much subtle depth to the characters if you want to seek it out. And even when I would go into a boss fight, they would say stuff and I'm like, I don't know if I want to fight you. Like there was some weird hesitation because of the way that they were talking or the things they were saying. But then I was like, no, I'm going to kick your ass.
Well, some of them were like, well, I don't know. Yeah, there was at least one boss who's like, you shouldn't continue the violence. Like that was 8 years ago. And I'm like, dude, you killed my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll just forgive you then. It's
Yeah.
cool. No problem.
Yeah.
No, come on.
Even though I've been going for like, I don't know, weeks now, just kicking everybody's butt.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
only saying that because I made it to you and you're scared. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about all this next week, but there's also like once you get to the end of the game, it kind of like turns all
Yeah.
of this on its head, which is really cool. So,
Curious to hear.
yeah. So I gave characters a 5, but what did you, Rylan, what did you say? 3?
It was like a 3 or a 4. I'll do a 4 because there's
4?
some fun.
Cool.
I'll just do a 3 because I didn't get to experience all the characters.
You had the less cool characters at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah.
Sounds like the other ones are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
The ladies are pretty awesome.
Yeah, the ladies are the best.
Yeah. All right. Let's move to world building. This one's a little trickier. And even though I did kind of dig into the plot and characters a little bit more, I didn't get as much from the world building. You do get some details, and again, we'll talk about it next week, but I gave world building a 4. But if you didn't dig at all, you're not going to get like anything.
Yeah, I didn't really. I mean, there's different sections to the world or
Yeah.
the city. That's
Yeah.
pretty much all I got.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
2, I think. I guess maybe 3 because it was really my fault. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm
Well,
not digging into that. It's
I-
not what I
It's
was
not at the
looking for.
forefront.
Yeah.
I could also put mine at a 3 too, because even knowing a lot and like kind of researching about it, world building wise, it's not like it's more about the plot and the characters rather than the world itself.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's
I think I just liked the game.
it's
So
the regular world kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just China.
yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Rylan?
Yeah, I think a 3 for me. I did appreciate that there was a little bit of lore stuff with like the collectibles and the board that you put together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Of
pretty
things.
cool.
But
Yeah.
a lot of those things are just like, this is a door that's locked, is like the lore about it.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah,
like a lot
for
of things are very, very shallow in their details.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of an opportunity they could have done a little bit more.
hmm
But a lot of it, like you said, Emma, you really have to piece different things together. Even in like the first level, there's like, oh, this is this kind of flower. Here's like a little clue about this. And you kind of have to put multiple of them together to get a picture of what's going on at this
Yeah.
location.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And all 5 of these people are obviously intertwined because they're
Mhm.
in the same like group. And so you'll find things for a previous level in like a future level. So you'll
Which I
get
appreciate,
you'll get a
yeah.
That's
key.
cool.
Yeah, you'll get a key from before you fight the artist that goes to somewhere in the club. Or I don't know if that's actually true. But,
Yeah, something like that.
Something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that. And so it forces you, doesn't force you, but it kind of encourages you to go back and replay. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's move into our presentation section, and we're going to start with graphics. I thought the graphics were awesome.
Yeah, I thought that the graphics were pretty good. I will say that when you're fighting, sometimes it just looks like a mash of arms and legs. Like, so it just looks like you're like, I don't know,
Oh,
Rock'em
man.
Sock'em Robots, kind of. I don't know. I kind of got that vibe at moments.
I
but
think my eyes were bleeding too much to even notice that stuff. I was like so focused on
yeah,
kicking ass.
But
Yeah,
That's
I
interesting.
didn't have that
Yeah.
experience, but
maybe I was button mashing like crazy. So I mean, probably me. But that was very rare. Most of the time, the graphics were great. I
Yeah.
didn't have any glitching or any like slowness with the game or anything like that. Everything was good. So yeah, I think overall it looked good.
I'd like to give the graphics a 7.
Oh yeah.
I have
thought-
mine marked at a 5.
I think that this was just fantastic. Like the whole way this game looked and the whole presentation of it was just amazing.
Mhm.
It was so cinematic.
Yeah.
Like it was like
Yeah,
literally
that's
at times
true.
like watching a movie
Yep.
while you're playing it.
Yeah.
They did like so many. This is like, I guess like direction of the game just as much as graphics itself.
Yeah,
We
like
didn't really have a section for that.
orientation.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like there's like the part where in the first level where you walk to the hallway with all the people and the camera goes to the side.
Yeah.
So you have the side view like
that is true.
That was just so cool. The whole
Mhm.
intro sequence is really great. That like prologue, and then you do like the training in that red area, but it
Yeah.
also has the credits that are rolling in between.
Yes.
Mhm.
That
So
was just so
good.
Yeah,
good. Like
that
I
was
like
good.
I was recording that and I had to show my partner. I was like, watch this part. It's like this game is so cool.
Yeah.
I also really enjoyed like all the detail in the environment. Later on, some of the levels were a little bit more boring to me, but like especially those first couple levels, like you go in and there's just so much busyness. Like the first level, you're like in the streets in the warehouse, and there's so many little things. Like there's stacks of boxes, there's plants sprouting out of this wall, there's graffiti everywhere.
Yeah.
It just looked so cool. They had a
Yeah.
lot of awesome touches. So and the graphics themselves, it was like just slightly cartoony in a way that worked so well.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, it was really, really nice.
Did you guys experience when you would like barely run into like a table or a chair, it would just like shatter and
just
explode?
shatter. Yeah, that was a little much.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny though, because when you're fighting, it's like super cool to run into things and have them explode, but it's hilarious when you're just kind of like walking along and then something just like collapses.
Yeah. So dramatically
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so funny. But yeah, I gave it a 5. Rylan, you gave it a 7.
Yep.
I'd probably say 4.5. It was very good. Yeah,
Cool.
really good stuff.
I'll mark it down as 4.5. No.
Okay.
Well, let's move on to sound design and music, which I thought at certain points tied so like tightly in with the graphics,
Mhm.
especially on the club level.
Yes.
The club obviously was like very music heavy.
It was happening.
Oh, had some
But
beats.
never in my life have I wanted to like get up and dance while I'm also just like playing a video game. I was so into it.
Well, and it was just like so fun. It reminded me of like Kill Bill vibes.
Oh,
like
yes.
yeah, when
Yes.
they're fighting and like the music's going, like I got that going on. And I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. Like, oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that whole like scene is great because it's like the very beginning and you hear the music like in the distance a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit
like,
as you approach the club.
Uh-huh.
And you get inside the main like entry chamber. It's a little bit louder. You beat those fools up and you take the baseball bat. And you walk in and now the music
yeah.
really picks up like as you're beating people with a baseball bat.
Uh-huh.
Oh, just sounds so great.
So good. Yeah.
so good. But there were also other levels that weren't very music heavy, but like the sound design of like bottles breaking
Yes.
and like furniture being crushed and just like people getting hit in the face with a fist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was good.
There were great noises. And all the weapons made different noises
yeah.
too. You beat people with them or got beaten with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 for me.
5. Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's just a 4 for me.
Wow.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Because I don't the only like music from the game I can remember is that from the second level. It
Yeah.
wasn't hype music, all of it, but that was, of course, the most appropriate spot for the big music. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
for sure.
I that's the music I remember, but I do remember really enjoying the sound and the feel of all of the other
Yeah.
levels. So especially like the artist level, there's like a lot of like kind of like I don't know, trippy stuff
Yeah,
that
there
goes on in
is.
that level. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, let's move into the gameplay section.
Sounds good.
And
Yeah.
let's talk about content variety.
Okay.
I think this was a little harder for me because I liked this game so much. I just wanted to give it like 5, 5, 5, 5.
Mm-hmm.
But content-wise, like there's not a ton going on.
No, it's in a weird spot because there's only 5 levels in this game.
Yeah.
And the levels are, decently long, but especially when you have to replay them a bunch.
Yeah.
It's like, and there's only so many different moves. It's like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is hard. Yeah, because there is only 5 levels, and you've replayed them many, many times, and you get one new upgrade that gives you 1 new moves, and then you have to grind more to get more points to get the next one. Like, yeah, but the entire time I'm just loving it. Like, I'm just enjoying it the entire time. So I'm like, well, shit, like I'm having a lot of fun. So it must be enough variety for me to continue, or I'm not bored by what they're presenting me with.
Not at all.
So
yeah.
I mean, technically, I guess I would give it a 3, just if you're talking about like
solely
content in general. But feel wise, it felt like a 5.
Yeah.
Like a 4 or a 5.
Well, and they do give you different areas. You do have a large list of moves that you can choose from. You do have variety in the clothes that you get to wear. You have variety in the arenas and the challenges. So, I mean, admittedly, there is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You can play a lot.
Especially once I beat the game and looking at the goals and the challenges, I was like, wow, there's a lot of stuff here and the different things you can unlock that way.
Yeah.
Well, and in the environment, you're talking about how detailed the environment is.
Yes.
Like, you can kill all the enemies in an area and just walk around and like look at the tables, look at the wall, like look at the articles. Like, there are things. Especially, again, my favorite level was the artist's one.
Oh, and there's so much like things to read on the wall.
So much to read and look at. So I'm going to give it a 4. I think that's where I'm going to sit.
That's where I have it as well.
Yeah.
I also appreciate that there's not like a ton of different like enemies in this game, but there are a decent amount. Enough that you have to like maybe consider changing your strategy a little bit. Like you like those girls that kick.
Oh my
Like you
God.
have to respect them so much differently than other enemies.
Yeah, you can't even parry. You just need to avoid.
Yeah, you need to like respect the shit out of them and then be ruthless when you get an opportunity.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, like the people that have like a bow staff, like those, it's gonna be a grind. Like you're gonna have to grind it out to get that staff out of their hands.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Shawn?
I would probably say 4, just with listening to you guys and like all the things that you've played and then what I've played. I would probably give it a 4. I feel like there's a lot of variety and I'm not bored by it, I guess is the big thing. So yeah.
Cool. Well, we're to the end here of our numbered ratings. Let's finish it up with mechanics before we talk about the value and our final ratings. Did one of you guys want to go over kind of the basic mechanics of the game? Because we've kind of talked about it a little bit.
X, Y, X, 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 Y, 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 Y.
Up, Y for
LB,
sure all day. Like, so I guess the mechanics of the game is, we've kind of talked about it a little bit already. Very much there's a lot of button mashing going on. It's all hand-to-hand combat for the most part, outside of like thrown objects. But there's move lists that you need to remember. It's not very like platformy, so you're not like jumping from place to place. You're just kind of running around and fighting people. I guess that's kind of, I don't know, maybe more.
No, I think like there's also the whole overall structure to the game too, right?
Oh, sure.
Like there's every level, like at the very beginning of the game you start at age 20.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Then,
I didn't go through that.
And then
part,
if you get like beat down, you will like die, I guess.
Yeah.
And then you have a death counter that increases in value.
Yeah. You have this like little like coin like pendant thing.
Medallion thingy.
Yeah, so it's every time you die, because you die in the very beginning of the game.
You do.
But because you have that, you survive, it brings you back to life. Yeah.
But then every time so that counter increments by 1. So now the first time you die, your counter is at 1, and then you age up to 21. And then the next time you die, your counter goes to 2, and then you go to 23. So you're going to age every time based on what your death counter is at. And there's a couple ways that the death counter goes down. We don't really need to get into it. But so as you go, you're getting older and older. And it's really awesome because your character, like this was another cool graphical thing too, your character ages.
Yeah.
So you'll start growing a beard. And I guess if you're a girl, basically you just get gray hair.
I will say that the female aging was really hard to gauge. I didn't get super old.
It was lamer.
I didn't get super old, but it was a lot harder to tell.
Yeah.
And then I was also playing on easy, so mine incremented by 1 year. It didn't grow exponentially.
That's bonkers.
And that's why I didn't get too old.
No wonder. You had a million tries.
Yeah.
You could start snowballing like once you get like 4, 5, 6 death.
Oh,
you
I got up to 7
age so fast.
Yeah. And it's like you die and you're like, oh, I'm 77 years old trying to fight these people. Like, that is not good.
Well, and it's really cool too because it's like every like decade that you age, damage increases, but your health goes down.
Yeah.
So, and then once you're in your 70s, you can't come back to life anymore. You just die. And then you have to restart the whole level.
Yeah.
And
Back
so,
to where the age that you were when you started the level, not back down to 20 again.
Because what happens is like the first level, you start at age 20. Let's say you end that level at age 25. Now the next level, you start that at level age 25 and so on. If you end level 2 at 33, then you start level 3 at 33. So at some point, when I got to my last level and I was like 68 years old, I needed to go back and replay some levels to get my overall age down so I could actually get to the boss. Let alone beat him.
That's the one thing that I noticed that was very different is the one death, one year
That's
compared to
bonkers.
the exponential.
Because
I
was
mean,
loving it.
you die a handful of times, you're kind of fucked for a bit.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to get that stuff back down. It takes a while. So
well, and Emma, you said too that you can buy an upgrade to reduce your age by 5 years.
Wow. I think
That's
I can't
not
remember which option it was, but when you would do your level ups, instead of choosing to like increase your health or increase your weapon durability, you could decrease your age by 5.
That's nice. Yeah.
So I did that like 3 times.
I would have done that so many times.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anything to be 39 again.
Well, and you lose the ability to upgrade certain things when you break ages. So I realized like you can't upgrade your weapon durability once you surpass the age of 25, which is insane.
Very
so
early.
Even me on easy, I was like, I need to upgrade my weapons durability like quick.
Well, and even like the moves that you can unlock are also gated that way.
Yeah.
So like I went back and I was like, I need to permanently unlock the slide kick, which you can permanently unlock them by buying them 5 times total. So I just went back and grinded like the first level a bunch where I was young enough to actually buy it. So that slide kick was sweet.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I'm giving mechanics a 5.
Oh yeah. 5.
Yeah. Just had to talk about it because
super
they're
fun.
really cool mechanics too. It's very unique, very, very interesting.
And I thought the fighting itself was like really smooth looking too.
Yeah.
Like you said, Shawn, some of it felt like a muddling of bodies and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's just because when you're in a group and you're trying to fight all these people, like a lot of times if it was like a person's 5 feet away and a person's 5 feet away, you had enough spacing where it was nice.
Oh, sure.
But when I'm like right up against somebody, sometimes it just looks like I was just like, we're both slap fighting each other.
People away.
I don't think I experienced that as much.
Yeah.
But it all felt very, like the controls felt so good to me.
Yeah.
They were very reactive. If you're pressing the right buttons, which I, frequently didn't do.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Couldn't always do the thing I wanted to do, but I recognized that I was just doing it wrong.
Yeah. For how complex the controls were, it was very, very easy to control.
Yeah.
So,
it was awesome.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's talk about the value and then we will give our final rating. When this game is not on sale, it is $39.99. Is it worth almost $40?
It's a big price point.
I think it totally is. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, I was just hedging. I think it's easily worth it.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the more expensive games that we've bought, and
I still owe you money for this game.
Oh yeah, me too. Shoot.
I surprised both of them with this, and I bought it on sale for $10.
Yeah.
So
what a deal. Holy moly.
Steal. That's why I was like, buy, because I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna get that anytime soon. And it worked out. This game was a blast. I would totally pay the $40 for it. I'm so stoked I got it at $10. So wait for a sale and then snag that sucker because man, it's a fun one. Or just buy it.
Stock Steam DB, and you can see the sale frequency.
Yeah,
this game was so good.
It was,
but yeah,
so good,
I would have spent $40 on this.
Yeah,
because I legitimately am gonna go back and play this, even though we're not.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna play it tonight. Honestly,
yeah,
I'm gonna play more tonight.
Well,
so.
and Emma, like this isn't really your style of game.
No,
at
not
all.
at all. Not at all. I had so much fun.
Like I think anybody should go pick this up.
Yeah,
unless they're like very against violence.
Yeah,
like, I think that this game could definitely be way too much if some people are sensitive to that. But otherwise, play on easy. Have a great time. Be a badass.
It's so much fun to play
it's
on
awesome.
easy.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun playing on easy because you do feel more badass. Like you can actually fight people and like your health regens after you fight a boss. So it like goes back up to 100 again.
See, like I feel like I don't know if I would like that now that I am good. Like now that I have
Yeah.
beaten the game on Disciple,
Yeah.
I feel like a badass when I go back to like the earlier levels and stuff.
Yeah.
But the tension is there, so that's cool.
Well, I'm excited to like possibly play at a higher level.
Yeah, try it
like,
out.
I
Yeah.
feel like because I've gone through the easy, like you do get better at this game. It's just how the game is structured. You get better. You cannot beat the game even on easy without learning it and
Yes.
getting better.
Yeah.
So
You have to.
I think that I could play on Disciple and still really enjoy it. So yeah, definitely worth $39.99. And now let's go into our final ratings. I want to go last.
4.7.
Dang. I was going to go 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
I am giving this game. This is going to be my second 5.
Wow.
Giving a
Whoa.
game. Yes. We'll talk about it more next week. This game checked all of the boxes for like
Hell
in
yeah.
general.
Nice.
Like it had rewarding combat. It was challenging in a way that wasn't like I wasn't frustrated. It had like mystery. Like there was like a little bit of like mysteries and clues and
Yeah.
a lot of the plot you're inferring. So I did look at some other people's opinions on like the character's backstory and like the backstory of the game. And I don't think everyone infers it the same way,
Yeah.
but it does allow you to kind of create that story for yourself. And I think that the way that it turns out in the end, once you fight the final boss, is just so cool. Like it just wasn't lazy in any way. And so I'm giving it a 5.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I loved this game.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So are we buying this for somebody?
We could. Yeah. So we were talking about this. I kind of brought it up for next year because, you started that with UFO 50 and I really like the idea of just throughout the year, if we give something a 5, I personally think if I'm giving something a 5, I'm willing to buy that game for someone. So yeah, it's kind of informal at the moment. I kind of want to formalize this process a little more for next year. No, that's okay. I just I think that if you're listening to this episode and you want to play Sifu, email letmebeyourgg@gmail.com and in the subject line, gosh, what did we have for UFO 50? Just put Sifu in the subject line.
Yeah.
And then kind of just tell us why you're interested in the game. And that will enter you into a little drawing. And I don't know how long I want to let this go. I think for UFO 50,
I think
don't know,
it was
like
2
a
weeks.
couple- 2 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
something
Whoa,
like that.
really?
Yeah.
God, I was going to say just like, until the end of the year.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
People can't
Christmas.
wait that long. They want you to
Yeah.
beat face now.
Yeah. They're ready.
Well, if anyone's interested, shoot us an email. And we did this with UFO 50, and then we announced who the winner was, and then we worked it out. We kind of exchanged Steam information so we can send it as a gift.
And we didn't send them any spam or anything or sign them up for
We
your
have not
email
spammed
address.
them yet. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, if you're interested, I will buy someone Sifu. Email us and we'll put you in for a drawing. I'm gonna give it like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good time.
We'll
Yeah.
give it a month. So a month from
When this
whenever
posts?
this posts on the normal, not on our Patreon. So whenever it posts on whatever Tuesday it posts on.
Sure.
That will
Good
be
game.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good game and I'll buy it for someone.
Yeah,
So
it's all right.
Whatever.
well, this concludes the rating episode for Sifu. Please join us next week for the discussion episode as we dive into the details of this game and all its hidden gems. If you haven't played the game yet and it sounds like something you might be interested in, I hope you find some time to play it before tuning in next week. Please go and give the podcast a follow, rate it, review it, however you want to show us love. You can email us with any comments, questions, or constructive criticism at letmebeyourgg@gmail.com. You can also send us game requests if there's something you'd like us to review. Just make sure to include game request in the subject line so it's easy for us to find. You can find us on most socials as Let Me Be Your GG with no spaces. That's LetMeBeyourGG. And we're on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You can find us on TikTok as Let Me Be Your Game Guide with no spaces. Our Patreon can be found at patreon.com/LetMeBeYourGG. Thank you for listening. We can't wait to see you next week. And thank you so much for letting me be your game guide. GG, y'all.
Bye.
Bye. feeling rugged today.
Yeah.